let's talk World Cup player prices and everything else. So there's been that discussions about, the high prices, and that FIFA now see that, yes, us Americans do spend a lot of money when it comes to sporting events, and it's now coming to the US with the World Cup coming this year. So there was the one discussion where Timmy Weah mentioned how the prices of tickets were so high for this World Cup. And Pacino had to come back and says that he should be doing more talks on the field and let others, politicians, others, to worry about that part of the business. That sounds way too familiar to the, who dribble and shut up conversation, play soccer and shut up, or do sports in general and shut up and let everybody else do. But one thing that people forget is that, yes, those are athletes, rich, well-paid athletes, but they are also human. They also have the part to where they've been there, done that, and they understand that without the fans, without the true fans, the sport is not what it is. And yes, some of those live in Europe, and if you check the prices of tickets in Europe, it's totally different. And some of those people that went to those finals have paid a fraction of what we're talking now, which is in the 20,000 for final tickets. Come on. But the other part is quite interesting, is where Pacino says it is business of politicians and others. But at the end of the day, we all know that a lot of these athletes are more than just athletes. They're more popular than politicians. They do a lot more than politicians. So for people to say we don't listen to certain athletes, go ask Drogba, that's the stop of civil war. Go ask other players that have built hospitals, that have built roads, that have built anything to help to where they come from. Do they also have to shut up and dribble, which means keep their money and don't do anything? Or you want them to be advocate of those that not as fortunate as they are not lucky enough to play a sport and get paid very well? Tim Weah is right. The prices are high. Everybody talked about it unless you know you get the pockets for it. I'm not about pocket checking people, but also at the same time is we know what the sport is about, and it was the sport for the people. It has become the sport of the have and have not. Yes, some of us are very fortunate to be able to afford those tickets that will most likely go to those stadiums and watch it. But to generalize it and says it's supply and demand, it's just one part of the business and not the human part of the business. Everybody knows that we spend a lot of money on sports in the US, and pretty much they are using that as a cash cow now. Soccer Club World Cup did it. They want more events here. I understand to make it international sports. I understand it. And we are being spoiled by having to see it here in the US. But don't let it get construed. Not everybody will be able to watch it. Not everybody will be able to enjoy it. The rest, it's just a matter of time. We'll see. I'm sure tickets will get a little bit cheaper, but think about it. $20,000 final tickets. Go check the previous years and you'll see. Nowhere near. But that's my point. So, for those of you that justify it, says, yeah, just shut up and dribble, shut up and run. Maybe you should not be watching sports in general then. Because, yes, athletes, they're probably the closest to the people that you can talk to versus those that are in power. And typically, once they get in power, you don't hear much from them after that. Peace.